There's a big question lingering on many Californians' minds right now. Who is going to pay for the rebuild of the Los Angeles area that's been burned in the wildfires, and who should be held accountable? Some may want politicians. Others may want to see those who produce fossil fuels held accountable. Northstate's News' Tyler Van Dyke spoke with a California climate policy director today and joins us now with more on this growing debate. Tyler?
Good evening, Glenn. I spoke with Christina Scaringe, a California climate policy director for the Center for Biological Diversity's Climate Law Institute based in Sacramento. She tells me they are working on a climate superfund bill to hold the big fossil fuel companies responsible for the climate impacts they have caused.
It's not really about fault. It's based on a strict liability. If you made a mess, you pay to clean up proportional to the mess that you caused. So this bill is about fairness. And it's about affordability for Californians, because up to now and without change, all the burden is on Californians. So California taxpayers are paying those costs. When they say we're getting money from FEMA, that's California taxpayers. When they say the state is sending another $2.5 billion for the fires, that's California taxpayers.
Scaringe saying the Climate Superfund bill would do several things. First, it would task the California Environmental Protection Agency to identify those big fossil fuel companies who do business in the state, like Chevron and Exxon, although they are not naming specific companies in the legislation. Then the Cal EPA would do a comprehensive study on how much the climate impacts have cost the state. It follows states such as New York and Vermont, who have already passed their own Superfund laws to hold fossil fuel companies responsible for the impact of pollution on their communities. Scaringe saying these types of bills are becoming more popular.
We're seeing an increase in the sorts of legislation because the climate attribution science has really advanced in a way that we can really pinpoint the exacerbations and the causes of climate change by fossil fuel polluters. We can look at the publicly reported data by these fossil fuel polluters, and it's really a fairly small subset of companies that have emitted and caused the most to create the climate crisis that we are finding ourselves in.
The rebuild and recovery of the Los Angeles area is going to be a long process and a huge challenge financially, as analysts with AccuWeather say the damage and economic loss could be between $250 and $275 billion. Scaringe saying that is not a big percentage of those fossil fuels companies' profits, and that they should be covering the cost of the impacts they are responsible for, saying the burden shouldn't be put on the backs of hardworking Californians as it usually is. She also explained that the bill is about fairness, reasonableness, and investing in the infrastructure and climate in our state to have a better environmentally sustained future. Tyler Van Dyke, the North States News.